Hello there, greetings everyone, how's it going? I know that a lot of entertainment lately has not been as fun as we would like it to. It's not been as actually entertaining as it should be. A lot of movies that have come out and shows have been either disappointing or not as good as they were or whatnot. So I thought I'd go ahead and look at some fan films and see if there's any that are worth actually watching. And to my surprise, I found hundreds of fan films, from Star Wars to Lord of the Rings, to Predator to Batman, just other superhero ones. There's a plethora of fan films out there. Now, I did not watch all of them yet, but that's kind of what the series is going to be. I'm going to be taking a look at fan films and letting you guys know whether or not they're worth a watch. I'm going to try to, in a way, I'm kind of reviewing them, but not necessarily. Fan films are kind of hard to critique because they don't have an actual studio budget behind them to allow for such critique, but I love the effort, I love the imagination that they have. I want to see what they try to do, how they try to implement it, and there's always progress with it. So to me, fan films are kind of fun to get into. I mean, I myself am trying to be a director someday, and I've done a few film projects myself, and I'm going to do another big one in 2020 that I'm going to try to do, which is going to be my biggest thing. So, I don't know, I want to take a look at some fan films and see if you guys want to talk about them or discuss them too. So, that's what this series is going to be. Now, the first one on the list is going to be the fan film called Star Wars: The Force and the Fury. This one was made by Big Puddle Films, and it was written and directed by Jason Satterlund. It stars Eris Jason and Deborah Smith, which Eris has a few credits in an actual TV show, which I'll probably put in the link down below so you guys can check them out on IMDb, because he is an actual actor, it seems. And this video was published in April of 2017, and in the beginning of the video it says for Carrie, so this was post Carrie's death, which I don't remember exactly when she died, but this was after then, so this was seemed like to be a really good passion project. Now I'm going to kind of play the film in the background a little bit while we do this, but I'm going to turn the volume down because it does play some John Williams style music, which will probably get copyright, so don't have that. But just looking at it already, just from the beginning, it's shot so well. It looks like it's shot in 4K or something. It's got just a good pan down, and as you're seeing what happens at the beginning of the scene, guy on the ground, he's unconscious, you start hearing a voice and he's injured, and it's just a really good start. And you'll notice as you watch, the sound quality is just perfect. They introduce a lot of sounds in here. Sounds very clear, which sometimes audio in a fan film is one of the most difficult things to get because actors are standing away from a microphone and from a certain distance, and it doesn't catch it quite as clear, so they have to either speak really loud to be heard, or they just don't even realize that, and then the audio comes off as kind of quiet. So I appreciate the sound quality in this as well as the visual quality. The short film right here is pretty brief. It's less than 10 minutes long, but I feel like for what they were doing, this was still really good. It's a very quick interaction between him and a Sith, basically, and it feels really passionate. I mean, that's the main thing that I'll take away from the short film, is that you can feel the passion with this. Look at him acting right here. Right here, she's saying something to him, either over the intercom or speaking through him telepathically or something with the Force. I don't exactly know what they're trying to say with that, but these two obviously have a history together. You quickly kind of can piece together what's going on with this, and toward the end, it's like something that the Jedi does is kind of what caused her to be that way, and it's just a very brief type of story. It doesn't need to be expanded on, but it's type of one that I wouldn't mind seeing a continuation of. So that's a good props for a fan film. Sometimes fan films are like, yeah, you did your few minutes, and that's pretty much all we kind of need to see of that version of the story. But this is the type of one that could have a lot of expansion to it, and I like that. The channel also has a couple of videos going over the behind-the-scenes stuff that they are doing, and there's lots of neat little clever tricks that they do to try to do the Force stuff, like pulling on a string, and there's a point where he's trying to remain his grip on his lightsaber, and I don't know, they do a pretty good job, shielding themselves from the camera to, give the effect, which I'm not really sure how you do that, honestly, so I give them props for doing that for a fan film, again. And I like what happens with his lightsaber right here. It's like, yes, he finally got his lightsaber, and then, crap, it's not working, shit. It's like, he could be the more experienced Jedi, but, yeah, he does not have his lightsaber to defend him, really, so there's that. sort of defends him, but not really. Anyway, I don't have too much more to say on the film here, but I will say that the channel, the Big Puddle Films, I do kind of wish that they're still posting things. It seems like they've been active for a good 2 years now, but it looks like they had pretty good content when they were active. So if they do make a return at some point, I will be subscribed to them. I'm subscribed to them now, just in case one of these days they actually do have a notification coming up that they're doing another project or doing more, videos on film. I do hope that they do more like this because, this being a short film, a fan film basically, I love the effort here. I love that. I love seeing that in small productions because it's not the big Hollywood thing. It's not meant to be presented in this huge way. They made it and they put it up on YouTube and you can see it and judge it for what it was, and I just really appreciate that. Big time. I put the link to the video down in the description below, so I suggest that you give this a watch. This one won't take you too long to get through, so that's all I'm going to say, and just have a good rest of your day, everybody. Hey guys, I'm working on some film projects behind the scenes. If you want to help fund these projects or my channel in general, check out the Patreon and Teespring store. Links are in the description below. Do you want to send me a message or just see what I'm up to? Follow me on Twitter @TheRookieCritic. I'm on a mission to finally watch some classic and popular films. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to join a watch party. And I also got a mailbox, so if you want to send me movies or comics to review, send it to 3021 Northeast 72nd Drive, Street 9, PNB 1560, Vancouver, Washington 98661. Thanks, guys. And cut. That's a wrap.